Okay, I'm here in my greenhouse and there's a prediction of at least good 5 days of warm weather. So therefore I decided to go ahead and work here in my greenhouse, which I have been neglecting. And I started picking my romaine lettuce because they are starting to bolt. They're still, this part of the romaine lettuce is edible, so I'm gonna keep that for my salad and give the rest to my chicken and my ducks. And as you can see, this is just cauliflower, and over here I have broccoli. So I'm going to make room for this cauliflower and broccolis, and I'm going to add some more of my transplant in there. And over here I have what is this? Yeah, that's my cabbage, and this, I have no doubt, is my red cabbage. So I got cabbages, cauliflower, and broccoli going on in there, and I'm going to be picking most of this, if not all. This my mustard green. There's actually chard growing in there. Yeah, I have some chards doing well in there. I'm gonna pick a lot of that out today, and I will be planting all of this in their places. These are cauliflower, and these are my cabbage. That's cabbage, and this is broccoli. And there's a lot more transplant in there. Some of them I can't even remember what they are anymore. Been there too long. And there's some more in this container as well. And if you look over there, come a little closer, you'd notice that there are some tomatoes in my greenhouse. Those little dark specks that you're seeing on they're not disease. Those are seaweed extract that I sprayed on the leaves. And I got a look at that daddy long leg on top of that leaf right there. That's a jalapeno, flowering nicely. And I never really planted carrots, but today, this time I thought I'd plant some just for fun. And there they are, scraggly looking. I just want to see how it's going to turn out. Okay, and I have some daikon radish right there. And that one right there, that looks like beets. And what you see mainly in this bed are kale. You look in that area there, is a very thick part of kale seedlings going on. What I do is I dig some out and I just go ahead and spread them around this bed, and so far they seem to be doing well. I have some more Swiss chard right here. I believe that's a ruby Swiss chards. That looks like cilantro. There are some cilantro going on here as well, and some more beets seedling right there. Okay, so this bed here, as you notice, will have a lot of the seedlings going on in there, and it's just a matter of time they'll pick up on their growth. The weather put it into so many type of stresses, so hopefully it'll pick up soon. And I have all these transplant which I will be planting in a lot of my raised bed. I'll try to keep most of them in the greenhouse, as I am having problem out there between the squirrel, and I believe I have some mice problem going on in there as well. I'm doing much better in the greenhouse, and in this pot here I have some more. These are baby bok choy, which I'll be thinning out and transplanting somewhere else. And there as well I have various types of seedlings there. There are some more broccoli in there, cauliflower, and see that red one right there, that's a red cabbage, and that's another cabbage back there, right there. That's a cabbage, and this is a red cabbage, and there's a lot of, oh, that's a Chinese cabbage right there, already also germinated and sprouted out. Those are Napa cabbage and baby bok choy. So there's a lot of things going on in my greenhouse right now. Over here, I could see that this one here, this is broccoli. That was really tiny when I put that in there, about this size. These are all broccoli. But this one here, apparently the root is already taking hold of the nutrient in the soil, and I could see it. These are 2 new leaves, and the rest had grown bigger. I started out with all of that a lot smaller. And look at what the heat is doing to my romaine lettuce. They are so spindly. Now, take a look at this. This was the first broccoli that I have planted here. And as you can see, I have cut out pardon me, a lot of the leaves because this was overtaken by red ants. And the way I got rid of red ants in this pot here is just by simply disrupting this pot. Just constantly messing with the soil and really watering it in, because ants don't like to be bothered. They will move out of that area if they feel that their hill, the ant hill, is constantly being disturbed. And that's what I did. Took me a while, and finally it's clean. As you can see, there's no ants going on in there, because I can't use anything harsh here because I'm trying to save this. And what happened is that red ants like to put aphids in here, because aphids to them are like their cattle. They protect them like their cattle, as their source of food. This pot is doing well. My broccoli seems to be picking up, and even this broccoli here, which I almost given up because I thought it was not gonna make it, is apparently now, as you can see, it's picking up, and hopefully it'll give me at least a head of broccoli. Another seedling in there in this pot where I have my chili pepper, and that's a cilantro. That's my parsley. It's dormant right now. And inside this pot as well, my goji berry is not doing too well anymore, but as you can see, there are some greens going on in there. This is the first year of this goji berry, so hopefully next year it'll be doing much better. In this pot here, I have jalapeno. They have fruits. Also, they have jalapeno going on in here. That pot, this other pot, I have jalapeno going on. This is burdock root. I tried to get this out of here, because I do have burdock plant growing somewhere else, but this one apparently the root is still there and it came back, so I'll just leave it there. And that's some more of my Thai chili. And take a look at this pot here. If you remember one of my video, we dug up and harvested our sweet potatoes, and these are all purple potatoes. What I did is just cut some of the slip, stick it in this pot and this dirt here, and they're growing. I'm hoping to at least be able to pick some greens here during the winter, and I might be able to do that because, as you can see, when I plant those stems, they don't have no leaves at all. I should have taken a picture of it, but there were no leaves, and look at them. As you can see, they're starting to grow, foliage coming out. So that will be overwintering in this greenhouse. Now let me go here. I got my husband's favorite, his favorite plant, the ginger. And in my greenhouse, I'm also going to overwinter some peppers. And when as you can see, this is where I cut the main stems, the branches, and it's already growing a lot of leaves. I mean, you can't stop them. The weather's crazy and it's confusing. It's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. And so it's now, as you can see, having new shoots. There's another one right there. That's also my sweet peppers starting to have new shoots again. But it's going to overwinter here. And inside this pot, if you look carefully, I have planted one merleton or sayote, and it's going good. Here, this is the vine. What I'm doing is allowing it to go ahead and grow and climb up with the yam. So, and my yam is doing very well. You remember when I planted this? And let's see how long it could last in a greenhouse. This is a tropical plant and it really requires a lot of heat. The cold will kill it, but let's see how cold it'll get and how long this plant can last. And here are some of my peppers also here in this big pot. The sweet peppers still have some fruit. I will be pruning most of the branches as well. And here, I know that I might be able to keep this avocado plant here, and it's starting to feel the changes of the temperature. As you can see, leaves starting to dry up, and I don't know that I could keep this, but my husband loves planting this. Every year he plants avocado, but he never really make it. This one so far has been growing for the longest, and it's about 4 feet tall, I would say, minus the bottom part, which would be the root. And it's doing very well. It's still, and good new shoots coming up to branch out, I believe. Now I don't know if I could keep it because this grows into a big tree, and although I have a good big tall greenhouse here, I don't know that I could keep that in the greenhouse. So let's see how far that avocado tree is gonna grow. So this is what's going on in my greenhouse right now. If you can, as you can see, it's gonna be crowded with many pots that we are going to overwinter here, and along with that scrawny looking tomato, and yet it's doing well. It's giving me lots of fruits so far. So this is what's going on in my greenhouse, folks. I got a lot of work to do here. I'm going to be doing some organizing in here, transplanting some of my seedlings, thinning out, and there goes my nami or yam. And I'm gonna be very busy here doing various things in order to organize this greenhouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue picking my lettuce, and I'll be posting this today to give my friends an update of what's going on in my greenhouse. Thank you for watching.